Hello and welcome to the first episode of D&D Daily's Bard Mastery playlist. The intention of this series is to go through the Bard with a fine-tooth comb. It's to go through their class features, their subclass features, their spells, their tactics, their strengths, their weaknesses, builds along the way. It's really to dive deep and take our time analyzing it step by step. Now, what I learned from doing something similar, kind of a deep dive into all of the subclasses of the clerics, is that doing this teaches me a lot about the game. So how I wanted to begin this series was by giving my current perspective of Bard. Just kind of a general overview of my current perspective of Bard, and then use the last video to talk about what I learned by going through the Bard with a fine-tooth comb. So, how do I currently view Bards? I think first and foremost is that they are an extremely powerful class. So powerful that it doesn't really matter what subclass you choose, you will be viable, and so I would encourage anyone playing a Bard just to choose based off flavor, not on power levels, because whatever you choose is going to be good enough. I also view Bards as one of the least new player friendly classes in the game. They have very few defensive options. The combination of having only light armor, not having shields, not having the shield spell, not having the mage armor spell, and only getting a D8 as far as your HP goes makes them probably the squishiest class in the game at early levels. This combined with the fact that they have no strong aggressive abilities from the get-go. They don't get any crazy good weapons. Their only attack cantrip is Vicious Mockery, which does the least amount of damage possible for a cantrip. So this means that they're not going to be hitting hard and they get hit hard. So if a new player makes the mistake of being overly aggressive or is even just a little bit out of possession, it can be harshly punished by being a Bard. So not a new player friendly class. Bards are known to be super versatile, and they are, but they do have gaps in that versatility, and early offense damaging type stuff is one of those struggles that they have, as well as their defenses in those early levels. I kind of view once they get to third level, they can pick up some defensive spells from their second level spell list. You know, invisibility or mirror image are standouts to me. And I feel like with Bards, you really need to do that early level investment into those defensive, or you're really going to get screwed. But where we really shine is in support, control, debuffing, buffing. We are really fantastic as a support. We're really designed around being a support. And then on top of that, we are the most versatile skill user in the game, and we're the second best skill specialist in the game.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
So we are fantastic with spells, which means we're going to have a lot of fun out of combat, both with spells and without spells. We can be infiltrators, we can be the face of the party, we can do so much, we can interact with our instruments. It's just a really good time playing a Bard. Because of our lack of strong cantrips early, races that give us new combat options are going to be standouts. Like Tieflings, who give us some cantrips that we're going to be able to use, they're just going to stand out above the rest. I'm sure there are more, but Tieflings are the ones that are coming to mind right now. As Bards are entering their later levels, they can start picking a couple of spells from the whole spell list, any spell in the game, which means we can pull off some of the most unique builds in the game, combinations that no one else can pull off. We can do some amazing things, and it has so much potential and versatility and just a ton of fun. So Bards really do scale well into the late levels. I expect a very common feat for Bards is going to be Fey Touched. It's going to help us round out our charisma. We're almost always going to want to be bumping our charisma the most. So getting our charisma from an odd to an even is super nice, but from Fey Touch we also get Misty Step, which is such a huge boon for Bards to be able to do that. Teleport at the second level spell is just amazing. So I expect Fey Touch is going to come up often in builds. And finally, I think Bards have the versatility to pull off a ton of different playstyles, even playstyles that they really shouldn't be fitting into naturally. With certain subclasses, we can be pushing them through and doing all sorts of fun shenanigans. I really like the Bard. I'm really looking forward to diving in and playing around with it and going on this journey with you guys. So if you're excited to see the rest of these videos, hang tight. I'm going to be releasing probably around one a week. So I hope to see you there. And before then, we're going to be releasing videos as well of different series. So I hope to see you there as well. We're D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every freaking day. So if that's interesting to you, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.